This is absolutely sickening. There are zero excuses for what just happened. Yes, the Toronto Raptors are in year one of a rebuild. Yes, they're filled with a bunch of young players out there in the mix. And sure, there's an illness going around the team right now where players are a little bit lethargic. Darko Rajaković has mentioned all these types of things in quotes. And sure, this is helping the tank. It's helping the pursuit to capture the Cooper Flag sweepstakes at the end of the season. And that's what might be reconciled out there in the comments section. But this game was objectively the worst loss in Toronto Raptors history. It was a record margin in terms of losing, in terms of numbers. They lost by 55 points. The Raptors just lost by 55 points to the Boston Celtics. They had zero fight. They had zero heart from start to finish. Maybe there was a stretch there at the end of the first quarter, early second quarter, where there was some hope. Bruce Brown hit a corner three. There was like 2 threes in a row. It's like, oh, okay, maybe they'll come back. No. That we're talking about a couple threes being hit in like a 15-point differential at the start of the game. That was only, thing you could point to that had any remembrance of positivity from this game, because this was absolutely horrific. And I know, I get it. This team is trying to lose games, and there's a lot of people that are going to be happy, going to be excited about the Toronto Raptors successfully giving themselves an 11-game losing streak at this point. The Raptors are on an 11-game losing streak at this point, and I don't mind the losing. I've said win, loss, draw. I don't care about the outcomes of these games. But when you come out and these games end up being losses by the margins that they've been as of late, we gave up 155 points to the Memphis Grizzlies 3 games ago. Or 2 games ago. 3, I don't know how to count. We gave up 136 points to the Atlanta Hawks the other night. And then today, you give up 125 points to the Boston Celtics, and you score 71 points yourself. Not only are you a horrific defensive team, not only are you just absolutely cooked, Wash is giving everything up for the Boston Celtics to have their way. I mean, Jaylen Brown, I don't know the stats. Let's take a look at the statistics here. This up here now at this point. I'm bringing the wrong camera angles. I'm doing stuff. The Raptors got me cooked here now at this point. But basically, looking at this here now, Jaylen Brown in this game, 9 rebounds, 5 of them offensive. He was just able to have his way in the paint. He was going in for layups and then just able to catch his layup, misses it, puts it back up, misses it, puts it back up with 0 contests. And that's not like a center. That's not a Neemias Queta or some giant man out there at the bottom. That's just their wing. That's their wing. The Raptors had 0 fight, 0 heart, 0 whatever. And I don't care if you lose games, right? I don't care about losses, especially to the previous NBA champions. I'm not frustrated by that. But I'm frustrated about the losing, the extent, the margins, right? The tank that's been discussed this season, it was supposed to be an ethical tank. And for a majority of this year, this was an ethical tank. It was an ethical tank. And now we are into an unethical tank category. We are into an absolutely gouge my eyes out tank. This is let's ruin the lives of anyone that's trying to support this Toronto Raptors team. Anyone that tries to have any bit of positivity regarding this. Look at the box score. Just look at it. Scottie Barnes, our star player, the however many $1 million man guy. A minus 39 in the plus-minus category in only 31 minutes. In only 31 minutes was a minus 39. He only had 16 points, 19 shots, 1 of 8 from the three-point line. That is horrific. That is objectively bad. 1 of 8 from the three-point line, 6 turnovers. That is brutal. the rookies, who are usually the saving grace, the thing that we can feel good about. Jacoby Walter, right? This man who's been so good this season, showing up as a rookie and stuff like that. This man in the starting unit went 1 of 10, 0 4 from the three-point line, had 3 points, was on minus 26 in 22 minutes. What? James Bell, I guess, was the mildly only positive, if your box score watching, but, even he didn't have a good game. Jamal Shead had 25 minutes, 2 of 10 from the field, 1 of 5 from the three-point line, 5 points, right? 25 minutes, a minus 37. I know plus minus aren't the be-all and end-all in terms of statistics, but they give an indication of what's going on in this game. They just give a feel. They give a stuff that's going on. But Ochai Agbaji, who's been, again, great this season, he's been bad the last 2 games, man. And, we've been raving about his development as a jump shooter, how he's improved, how he's one of the best quarter 3 shooters. And of course, shooters have hot and cold spells. So when your team is playing as bad as the Raptors are, for a 3-and-D guy, it impacts you more than it does other players on the roster. I completely get all of that. But 1 of 7, 0 4 from the 3-point line here tonight. 2 points in 25 minutes. Like, what are we doing out here? And just letting the Celtics get away with whatever the heck they wanted. Out there on the wings, we just get absolutely torched. It was an NBA team playing against a high school team tonight. That's the vibes. That was the energy. That's what we kind of got out there at this. And then Jakob Poeltl, again, who's been so good this season. 7 points, 13 boards, 3 assists, like 3 of 4 from the field. I'm not blaming the loss on Jakob Poeltl, but that is what it is. Kelly Olynyk, in 10 minutes of action, Kelly Olynyk was a minus 25 for this game. Chris Boucher, minus 23. Like, no one played well. And the issue about this, right, because why the ethical tank was so good, some people are complaining, hey, we're going to end up winning too many games and people are returning from injury. And I get the sickness, I get the illness, I get RJ's out, I get all that type of stuff. But this just breeds losing culture. What was going on in October, November? Early December. That wasn't breeding a losing culture for the Toronto Raptors, despite the fact we were losing games. And that's the thing about it, right? Like, this team was competing night in, night out. They were coming out under Darko Rajaković, and they were fighting. They were trying. They were giving effort. They were doing everything they could to try to win the game, so they just have enough talent. It'd come down to the wire, the team would lose, or something would happen, And now, like, we are taking some bad L's. Like, we're on an 11-game losing streak. It is just, there's no excuse for what's happening at this point. Because even the worst teams in the NBA, they don't do this. They might go on long losing streaks, but they don't lose every single game like we've lost over our past 3 games. Like, that is just unacceptable. That's going to breed some really, really ugly stuff for this team in the future. So, again, this squad, I'm not expecting a turnaround. I'm not complaining at Darko Rajaković for losing games. I've seen people post on a Reddit the 2 biggest losses in Toronto Raptors franchise history have been under Darko Rajaković. I get all that. But, like, this is the design of the team. This is the design of the Toronto Raptors. And I'm not blaming the coach when your team is designed to lose. Over the course of the season, he is getting graded by me in terms of development for players. Now, if we continue to have games like this, I keep doing that. I don't know why. I don't know what's happening. The videos don't want to work because this team is so cooked. Like, if we continue to have games like this, then the development's going to go down. The numbers are going to go down. People are going to be frustrated. All that type of stuff. So, again, if this continues, if this leaks into 2025, I didn't even get to wish anyone a happy new year. I didn't get to do a little sub-ass. I didn't get to bring up any of this stuff. If you guys are a part of, not the super chats, if you guys are a part of the 67% of our viewers that haven't hit the subscribe button just yet, I didn't get to do any of that. Because I am frustrated as a Raptors fan. And once we traded away OG and stuff, we asked for the tank. We knew it was coming. But make the games better than this, boys. Give us something to watch, something to chew on. At least the rookies play well. Get us something to at least grab onto, hook into for hope for the future. But this, no. This ain't it. Cheers. Happy New Year. That's what I meant to say at the beginning. And my buttons are pressing. Happy New Year, everyone. Cheers.